Hey guys, welcome to the Hollaby Homestead. Good morning guys. Today I am waging war on the weeds in my garden. And no, I'm not just going to weed the garden again, because you know as much as I do, in a couple of days the weeds will be back. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. So you see these rows here? I'm going to put some landscaping fabric in those rows because that's the walkway, and hopefully that'll cut down on some of the weeding, because I find most of the weeding is this grass and stuff that comes up in the walkway, and that is so time consuming to rip up. So I think if I put down the landscape fabric in between and as close to the plants as I can get it, then it will make it a little easier to manage this garden. So that's the plan. Okay guys, so we got the one side of the garden done. There's a deer fly whizzing around me. I'll show you what we did there. If you're wondering why I'm sweating, it's because it's really hot. I'm gonna stop for now because it's just getting too hot to do this, but I'll show you up close what we did. Hey guys, so I'm gonna show you a little hack here. So with the landscape fabric, we had to get some landscaping stake things, and they're kind of expensive, and we couldn't get as much as what we needed. So I'm gonna show you a little hack here, what I'm gonna do. So this is the fencing wire that we used on the fence, and I'm gonna show you how I made these. So I'm gonna use this as a staple. The reason I'm making them extra long is because our ground's quite soft here and I want it to stay in place. So I cut the wire and I just shaped it into place. I'm sitting in the shade here because it's really hot, so I figured I'd take this opportunity to make a few of these so that we can continue putting the landscaping fabric down. So what I did was, I got my handy dandy fencing tool here. I'm gonna cut a piece of wire about yay long. There's no real science to this, but, and bend it into shape, and that will go nicely through the landscaping fabric and hold it in the ground in place. So I'm gonna make a few of these, and then probably put some more landscaping fabric down, depending on how hot it is, because it's getting pretty bad right now. It's one of those days where you're just drenched in sweat, not even doing anything, right? So anyways, there's another one. So I'll make a few of these. I'm gonna shut the camera off, and then we'll see if we can get some more landscaping fabric down. Okay, so I'm using the archway to measure out how much fabric I need, because basically each row over here is the length of this archway. So I just rolled it out. I'm gonna cut all the pieces first and then work at putting them in the ground afterwards. So I'm gonna cut this piece. So you're probably thinking like, geez, this looks really terrible, and it does. But I'm doing this temporarily just to get me through the rest of the season. Next year I'm going to use a product called Agribond, which is what farmers use. It's a plastic that you lay down and you cut holes where the plants go, and then there's no weeds. I should have done it this year, but I didn't. So this landscaping fabric really is to just get me through the rest of the season. And I highly suggest it if you have a garden like I do, where there's rows in between, like walking rows. And yeah, so that's why I'm doing it. Anyways, I'm going to cut the rest of these up, and then we'll start putting them in the ground. Okay, I got the sheets all cut up, and next we'll start putting them in the rows. I'm going to have to wait for Dave because it's kind of a two-person job. Anyways, we'll do that next. Okay, so I got that one row in. There's still 3 more to do. I think I'm going to call it quits for today because it's just getting too hot to be doing this outside. I'm gonna head in and check on the dehydrator because I think those cucumbers are done that I was working on in my last video, so we'll go check that out, and tomorrow we'll finish up this fabric. Okay guys, time to check on the dehydrator. So they're still a bit warm. I'm not gonna package them yet, but I'm just checking. Some of them are crispy, and some of them are still a bit gummy. So I think I can turn this on for another maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. And then the trick is, yeah, that stuff still needs to be done. The trick is to let it cool off because the dehydrator is warm, and then package it. So, so yeah, let's turn this back on and finish those up. So far, this has taken probably around 20 hours to dehydrate, and that's how long it took last time I did this. Cucumbers take a really long time because they're full of water. So anyways, let's turn this back on, and when it's done, I'll package it up. Dave's still working on clearing this field. Right now he's got the rake on the tractor and pulling up all the dead grass that he cut back. It's pretty hot out here. I don't know how he's standing it. Well guys, I'm gonna end the video there. Tomorrow I'll follow up with what I do with those cucumbers. They should be done by then. This thing about cucumbers is that they take a really long time. Anyways, oh, I just noticed that we have apples. Anyways guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.